One of the funny things probably about me is that I've never really been one to set goals, especially when I was growing up. But as I've gotten older and going to college, um, I learned that I needed to set goals. One of the things that I realized is that life doesn't always come out the way you expect. And so you have to learn to revise and adjust your goals as you go through life. And depending on my situation and where I'm at in my career is how I've determined my future goals. But one thing I will say is that when I do set my goals, I'm very direct, I'm very specific. And so when it comes to achieving my goals, I'm very specific when I do that. I think one of the things in my career that really helped me and kind of was maybe a turning point was really when I got my doctorate degree. But once I got my doctoral degree, one of the things they teach you in doctoral school is basically how to have a voice for yourself and how to think more critically. And those were things that I learned personally. And I'll never forget in the last year of the doctoral program, my husband literally said, "You've changed, you're different, you're more outspoken, you have a lot to say, you have more to say, you have a lot more opinions about things that are out there," and I never was like that. And so I have to say getting a doctoral degree really allowed me to grow personally and professionally in my career, and that was a big step for me. I think I am most proud of having worked on and being awarded a $2.8 million grant through the U.S. Department of Education for a program, a retention-related program to help graduate students, specifically students who are first generation, low income, or Hispanics. We provide services so that they can stay in school, whether it be tutoring, writing consultants, fellowships, things of that nature.
I see Laura as a trailblazer. She started this program from scratch. She was only one of 20 to receive this program. There's only 40 in the nation, and she is definitely being able to provide a program that is outstanding and looked upon by other programs as a role model.
I think the satisfaction I get in my job is when I see our graduate students succeed and graduate. With our elite graduate program, we provide a lot of opportunities like fellowships, funds, travel funds, so students to go present at conferences, all types of services like that. And when the students come back and they're so excited because they presented or they won an award at that conference, or even when they just come back and they're so excited when they graduate, that really makes me feel good, and it feels like we're doing our job. One of the things that people, I think, would find interesting is that I never really aspired to work with grants. I never really thought that I would wind up working in higher education, but as I continued in my career here, I moved into different departments, and then you actually find yourself in a position where you kind of find your niche, you find what you're good at and what you like to do. And grants administration and grant writing was something that I really enjoyed, and I've kind of built from there. And so it's, I think, interesting that it's not something I really thought or imagined that I would ever be doing. I think one piece of advice that I would give individuals today is to get a college degree. Education is so important. It opens the door to many opportunities for you. I know growing up, my parents definitely expected a bachelor's degree. I was going to get a bachelor's degree. There was no discussion, no choice. That's what you're going to do. And so I got my bachelor's degree, and then I went on to pursue a master's degree, and then eventually I went back to school to get my doctorate. And I never would have imagined that I would have gone that far.
I'd like to congratulate Laura on this award. She's very deserving of it, and she's a role model for the students and for the staff and the others that work with her.